Hello, everyone. It's Mike from Downtown Comics, and I'm here as always with James Rossman. James, how are we doing today?
Pretty good, Mike. How about you?
Good. All right, we have a ton of comics to talk about today.
Yeah.
So I think we're planning on doing 2 videos, which we'll split up. So watch this one, then watch the next one, because we do want to talk about a lot of books.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. All right, so Downtown Comics is the place to go. DowntownComics.com is the place to go. Check out all the new releases, and liking, sharing, and subscribing is super, super appreciated. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep that in. That's fine.
Yeah, that's
all
fine.
right.
Yeah. All right.
I'm human after all.
Exactly.
All right, what's first?
So up first is Absolute Evil #1.
Okay, yeah. Just before you get going, I want to say that I think this is a really good one-shot for anyone that maybe is not following all the Absolute books.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it gives you kind of a good recap of some of the other titles without being overly, like, that's not the point of it. But I felt like I was getting caught up to speed on some stuff. So I really like that about this particular story. I mean, I really like this issue.
Yeah, no,
This is really good. All right, continue.
No, you're good. Like just how we talked about, most of the book is a meeting of some of the biggest villains in the Absolute universe. There is a lot of talking, a lot of dialogue in this.
Yes.
But it's engaging enough to where you're like, oh wow, okay. Especially like you said, if you're not reading all the Absolutes, even some of the smaller ones, like, or not smaller ones, but like Green Lantern and stuff like that.
Right,
so,
Flash, Martian Manhunter. So there was one villain. So we've got Ra's al Ghul, right?
Yeah.
We've got Hector Hammond, which I'm assuming is the Absolute Green Lantern villain.
I think so.
Main person.
Yeah.
Then you have the what's her face from she says she's from the government.
Is it the Veronica Cale?
Yeah, Veronica Cale. Is she, like, what book is she? What book is she? Wonder Woman?
I think so, because, well, no, she talks about Wonder Woman in this, but I can't remember.
Okay, so then you have, so who is the guy that doesn't make jokes? Is that the Joker?
I think it is, yes, because you got the Joker and then Eleanor Thawne as well.
Okay, and Thawne is the Flash, and he's the Flash, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the Joker. They keep referencing him, you know.
I'm
so
just not making any jokes. And stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So have we seen Absolute? I know Absolute Joker was in like a cameo. I think.
Yes. Yeah. It pretty briefly, but I think it's Absolute Batman, the next issue or the following issue. That's where we get the the actual Absolute Joker. So,
all right.
In his full form.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no, this is they're basically kind of going through like the emotions together. The fact that, you know, in the past they've been able to handle, you know, certain heroes in the past, and now they're essentially trying to do the same thing, but they're, you know, what was it? It was Veronica Cale basically saying, like, we can't necessarily do this by ourselves anymore. We have to come together. And Hector Hammond's like, oh no, you know, I'm a rich person. I can handle it all by myself. Like, he's like, I handled, was it Hal Jordan, Green Lantern or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah, so I was like, these Absolutes are a little bit more intense.
Well, that's what she says. She points out that the ones that are coming now are much bigger.
Yeah.
Bigger threat. But yeah, this is the ultimate expression of we're the 1% of the 1%ers controlling the world, and we don't, you know, but then they got to try to work together, which tends to not work out when all these alphas get into the same room. So, yeah.
And it's cool to see, you know, when Hector Hammond came in, you know, obviously there was that little back and forth with him and Ra's al Ghul.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, you know, it's a good thing you haven't heard of me, you know? So I thought that was really fun. But this is also the first appearance of another Absolute character.
Yeah, okay, so I was wondering. That is his first appearance.
It is, yeah.
Okay, all right, that's awesome. Okay, cool.
And I won't say who, but I will say he's still kind of pretty much the same, I feel like.
Right.
Nothing too different.
What about the other Absolute person who also has a part? Is that our first experience with this character as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so both of those would be considered first appearances?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
And and that was actually my next talking.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah. Then there's a third one at the very end.
Yes,
is that also?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Which is really cool. Like,
right. I've got something to say about that at the end, but at the before we end.
Just sure. Yeah. No. Definitely. Okay. So this a lot. So like I said, it's not boring at all. It's a bunch of different viewpoints coming together. And they're kind of at a crossroads of sorts, and what's kind of scary is, all these villains coming together, they're exchanging ideas. So it's like, is it enough? Which, I mean, I know this probably wouldn't have happened, but it would have been cool, like, if Bane was there too.
Maybe. I mean, for me, I think the big reveal, well, there's a couple of reveals. One is, and again, I think there's a lot of really good reveals in this comic, so it's going to be hard for us. I don't want to reveal anything. I think it's worth being surprised like Absolutely. I was. So we won't say a lot, but I will say that one of the big things is they talk about the nature, that they figured out the nature of their universe. And it clearly is defined that this universe was created by Darkseid.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, they don't know that, but it clearly defines that this universe on a just a atomic level is something that was created by Darkseid's power. And I thought that was interesting, that's kind of confirmed if it wasn't before, I guess.
And he's all over the place in these books.
Well, you're right. And and his presence is felt almost everywhere. But
yeah.
But no, I totally enjoyed this book. Like I said, I think it's a really good, like I said, even if you wanted to just start delving into the Absolute Universe a little bit, I think this is a really good primer. You can certainly follow the story. I wasn't up on whoever, but you recognize the names.
Yeah.
They're using familiar names. You can kind of guess. But obviously, for the most part, like you said, the one new superhero that's introduced is kind of the same.
Yeah. For sure.
So, but the rest of it, but it gives you a little backstory on all the other titles. So you're kind of like, oh, okay. But it moves the story forward, and there is a bunch of reveals at the end. So I really like this. I thought it was really well paced and everything like that. Even though you're right, it's just a lot of talking.
Right,
and a lot of talking.
I don't know, like the Joker, for instance. I don't know, like, what's a little more alarming, where it's like, the Joker when he's the clown, and that's very unsettling. But this Joker's kind of, he's a lot more calm and collected.
Well, I mean, and then so we'll see what like you said, there's differences in just either mannerisms, actual looks.
Yeah.
There's another couple of I guess I keep mentioning reveals, but is the other two villains that are kind of not in the meeting, are those also first looks, or have we seen?
They are.
So even those characters are new.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Which that's why I was
I guess there's a bunch of new characters.
So much crammed in.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see, especially the last page of this, where he falls in. Like, all right,
and I just want to say the last page. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna. This is not a reveal for you guys. This is for just him. I looked at this last picture. I'm gonna open this book. I'm sorry. This last picture. That's you.
Right.
Oh, when I saw that, I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
That's James.
Yep. Like, if you colored his hair black. Oh, yeah. Yep.
So, I don't know. That's got nothing to do with anything. It just, that was freaky. I was like, what?
I 100% agree with that.
All right. That's cool. I'm glad I'm not the only one that noticed.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, the only other thing I'll say to this is there's definitely ramifications to come for the whole Absolute Universe for this.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Okay.
Yeah, love this issue. There's a lot of revelations and stuff like that. So, yeah.
All right. What's next?
So up next is Justice League, the Omega Act special.
Oh, yeah. Pretty much for this episode and the next one, I think we've read all the books. This is like one of the 1 week where we actually all but one. We both read them, so we're not
so
going
much
back and forth. So okay, so the Justice League one shot. More Darkseid.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. All right.
And so this is written by Joshua Williamson with art by Yasmin Putri and is it Cian Tormey, I think. So this is essentially a prologue to the DCKO event.
Starts next week.
Which, next week. I'm so excited about it.
Which, let me reiterate, you should watch our video on DCKO. We had a lot of fun making it.
Yeah, we did.
It's fun to talk about all the fights, and so well worth watching, especially before you read KO #1, because who knows?
Yeah, who will actually
see
win.
if we're right or wrong. Yeah.
So this story spans a wide range of time from Krypton before it was destroyed, all the way to the 853rd century. It's kind of huge span of time.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting part for me was the fact that the past stuff with Supergirl and the female...
was it Ursa?
Ursa. Ursa. That was an interesting aspect.
It was, them finding all that stuff.
So that was interesting. I think this is probably, I have to say, one of the more coherent stories of the last few. Like, I've been reading like the Supermans and the Just League and stuff, but man, there's just so much stuff going on in these books that it's a little chaotic to me. It has been. Yeah. This one slowed down and, for lack of a better term, told a more linear story with only 3 characters. I mean, it's basically a Time Trapper, Booster Gold, Flash story. Right. I mean, they're the 3 main characters. So I like that, and it kind of coalesced everything into what I feel is like something that I can grab onto for the next phase of what's coming. So I thought that it did a good job with that. Yeah. I've been feeling a little bit whiplash by all the stuff going on.
Yeah, and I think one of my favorite stories in this is the whole Time Trapper thing. I actually really, I really like the idea of, Doomsday being the Time Trapper and stuff like that. So
yeah. Did we still get an idea of where that actually happened, or is it just... it did happen? Is that a story that was told, or is that a story that we just found out it happened?
I think that, that one.
That it just happened. Okay. Yeah. So it's not something that was a story we missed.
To my knowledge, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
But, so yeah, a lot of this issue is the Time Trapper taking Booster Gold and another character to the 853rd century. And
Sorry, basically... I spoiled it.
No, you're good?
It's Flash.
Right. And basically showing them, hey, I've seen all timelines, everything, and he's saying there's no hope.
Right.
So he's like, you might as well just flee. And the crazy thing about this is, as we know, Booster Gold's kind of like the funny guy in things a lot of the time.
Right.
So, but this one, he's like, no. Like, you may have seen all these, but if we tell the Superman and then the rest of the League like what's going on, he thinks that there's still potential to where they could win.
Yeah, I mean, the big rift is obviously the fact that Superman recognizes Doomsday as an as a person that killed him.
Right,
like, being killed him.
Yeah.
He's not, Superman trusts everyone, and yet there's this, and Booster goes like, look, just tell Superman what's going on. He will trust you. He's Superman.
Right.
But Time Trapper's like, I don't think so. Superman kind of hates me.
Exactly. For good reason, too.
Yeah, for good reason, but yeah.
Let's see if there was anything and when right before Booster Gold is like, oh hey Superman, Time Trapper like pauses time for a certain amount, and that's when he takes Booster Gold and another character to the 853rd century, which I thought was like, oh crap. And then at the end is where we kind of get the like Time Trapper is actually going to go and try to talk to Superman.
Sure.
So which will lead into the next issue, and we'll see, or into the
KO.
To the KO, yeah, and we'll see how that conversation goes. Which Superman's always level-headed, and that's what Booster Gold is basically trying to say too. Where it's like, yeah, you guys are enemies, but he sees the good in everyone. So
right, and it also does lay down a very slim foundation for exactly what the KO thing kind of maybe is.
Yeah,
like we're still not sure what's going on, but it does at the end kind of pinpoint like that there's some sort of energy that they have to build up, and they may have to do it by fighting each other, which okay, whatever.
Right.
Any excuse to get them to beat on each other. So
definitely. There was a kind of cool double page spread that there's like this like circle, and basically it was like these all the different mini series, and this saying different things about that. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, no, this is definitely connects, but is separate enough, meaning the mini series in that like that circle where and we talked about this before, where it's DC's doing a really good job of, keeping these stories where you can read them on their own, but if you really want to read them all, you can get the actual big full story.
Yeah, you can definitely read this one on its own. Like I said, I thought it was much better at telling a coherent story that you could follow, even if you weren't necessarily. If you just wanted to jump on board this KO thing, this would be a good primer for that.
Yeah,
and you wouldn't necessarily have had to read all the Superman and Justice League stuff that have led up to it. So yeah, like I said, I think it did a good job in that respect. So
yeah.
Yep.
Sweet. All right. So I think that's about it for that one.
Okay.
So
what's last?
Our last one for this video is Spider-Man Noir #1.
Okay. Yep. I did read this one as well.
Now the question is, did you read the old series?
Probably. It's been a while.
Has it? Okay.
I will say on this particular book, like I liked it.
Mm-hmm. I did too. Yeah.
But there was two things that bothered me. Number one, I don't think it. I don't know, just because of the name and everything. The problem is that between the original Spider-Man Noir and this one, there was the Spider-Verse movie.
Yes.
And so when this character talks, it's now, what's his face? The Rock. Not The Rock. The movie The Rock. Leaving Las Vegas. The Con Air. What the frick is his name? I'm so old. What is the actor? The actor that was in Con Air, The Rock. I know you're all out there yelling it.
Right, exactly. Because I'm
Leaving Las Vegas.
Oh gosh.
He played the Batman character in the Kick-Ass movies.
We're both gonna yell at.
Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh shoot! I've seen these movies and I'm like spacing.
Holy, I can't. It's gonna. Anyway, I can't believe I can't think of his name. It's just lost on me. Okay, this is weird. This is on camera dementia. All right. Anyway, his voice. I'm doing it in his voice. Nicolas Cage. Oh God.
Oh yes,
Nicolas Cage.
Man, now
sorry.
I feel really dumb. And then
Nicolas
we're gonna make a
Cage was the voice of Spider-Man Noir in the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And he had this very kind of thick 1920s gang, this kind of way of talking, right? This Brooklyn 1920s. So I'm doing the voice in that kind of, and it's not matching up with the visuals exactly because I felt like the book should have been, everything's in the daytime kind of.
Yeah.
And it's just the iconography of this character would seem to be more of like the noir means like the nighttime.
Yes.
I don't know. It's just the more dark. This one's it just seemed a little lighter than I thought it was going to be, I guess. And I don't know how to explain that. So it was just a little bit of a weird note to me.
Okay, yeah.
So I did like it, but yeah, I don't know. It was just kind of a weird read for me. So
okay, yeah. I never, like I said, I've never read the original series, but I thought this was pretty cool because this is written by the artist of the Amazing Spider-Man in the '90s. So Eric Larson.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So cool. I did notice his name. I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah. Right. So I thought that was pretty neat. So even though, like you were talking about how there is a we have the Spider-Verse universe between these. It's not a Spider-Verse book, so don't think that. But
no. That's just me. Once someone does a voice
exactly
in media, when you read the book or you read a book or a comic, you kind of put that voice in there. Sometimes. So
who is it? Is it Amazon that's doing the Spider-Man? Is it the Spider-Man Noir show?
Amazon doing it?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm pretty sure. Which just seems really weird because I'm like, okay, Disney's not, but all right. But yeah, no. So this is set in 1939. We get right off the bat, we get a lot of action. There's what is it? Oh my gosh, faces off against the Scorpion Gang, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, and then so there's kind of a lot of like quippiness to this. It's more of a brutal Spider-Man, I would say.
Yeah, he's a lot more. Yeah, he's a lot more into the fisticuffs thing. And that kind of. Yeah, and he's okay using weapons.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And You know, I find this kind of funny where we also do get some of the classic Peter Parker luck, where he's like late on his rent, can't afford it, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of funny. And he has this detective agency, which we do get introduced to another character in this. I won't say who, but it's someone that this is kind of like a murder mystery. When you say kind of yeah. So I thought that was
because there's a femme fatale. It's played like a Maltese Falcon. You know, that whole, like I said, that's why in most of those movies there tends to be an ambiance that's a little bit more darker, you know, like and that maybe because some of those movies were made in black and white for the most part, you know, but even so, there's just I just felt like the style of the coloring and the art didn't quite give it that sense of time that I think, you know, we could have used a little bit more of that. So, you know, that's just a personal opinion, you know. Overall the story was good. But you know, this it play, you know, it's an Elseworld Spider-Man. It's like what if Spider-Man but in the in this case the 1930s. So and for what it does give you that, you know, feeling stuff like that. But I thought they could have gone a little bit farther, I guess, maybe.
Okay.
That would just be me. So
I don't know. Is this a miniseries?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay, gotcha. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
It's like 5 issues.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. I will say now, as far as like the dialogue goes in this issue, I kind of felt like it was kind of, I don't know, kind of classic Spider-Man a little bit. Like the dialogue that, you know, that.
I mean, it does harken back to the original Spider-Man stuff, but obviously, like I said, they're trying to give you that New York of the 40s.
Right.
So in the New York of the early 60s was probably still similar in a lot of ways, but yeah. So you get a lot of Dame, you know, the word Dame is used a lot, and you know, just like think about the first 45 minutes of the original Captain America movie where Steve Rogers is in that era, right? Yeah. Like, and all the way they talk and stuff like that. You know, I'm going to take my dame to the movies and stuff, you know, my best girl and, you know, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. So they talk about the World's Fair, you know, during it, you know, that was a big deal. And so...
Yeah, I'm excited for the rest of the series.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Like I said, I just have, you know, a couple personal.
Yeah, no, that I totally get that for sure. So. Now I wonder if this murder mystery will go through the entire miniseries, or
yes,
it will.
Okay. I mean, I'm guessing. Yeah. Yes, I think so. Yeah, I mean, it'll dovetail probably through other things, but yeah, I think the original mystery will be part and parcel to the story. So,
yeah, nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that about does it for this
part one. Yeah. All right. So we're going to be back with a part 2 with 3 more titles, or actually, I think you have an extra one.
Yeah, I do have 4. Yep.
So you have 4. So 3 plus 1. So you get more. Thanks for watching, everyone. Sorry about that brain hemorrhage I had earlier, but I did figure it out. So you can laugh at me in the comments. All right. Thanks, James.
Yeah.
As
Thanks,
always.
Mike.
Yep. We'll see you later. Bye bye.